Everybody, Michael here from Replica Airguns with another field test video review in the CCAN airgun shooting range here. Got my KWA, and this is the LM4 RIS. So we're just going to test out the RIS as opposed to the KR7, which is pretty much the same internals, a little bit shorter barrel maybe, but should really spec out similar. They use the same mags, the same everything. So we're just going to test this one out on the Chronograph, see what kind of average FPS we get. And then we're going to put a paper target 30 feet down range and put some rounds, 10 rounds in there, and then maybe some full auto rounds as well. So semi-auto first and full auto for fun. I have two mags here. I might use two mags. We'll see how it goes. This is an airsoft rifle, so check out my tabletop review for both the RIS, the LM4 RIS PTR and the KR7 PTR. I've already done that review, so check that out. This is an airsoft rifle again, shoots 6mm plastic BBs. It's a gas blowback, not an AEG. I am using propane and 0.20 gram plastic BBs. And it's about 17 degrees Celsius in here, which is about 62 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's get right to it and see what we can do here in terms of feet per second. We'll let the Chrony do its little warm-up process. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and here we go. Okay, so we're gonna put just some rounds through here. 360, 340, came back at me, 344, 354, 329. So we'll average that out for you. Not too bad, all above 300, you know, up to maybe, what was it, 360-ish. So we'll average that out. We're gonna put this gun on safe, and we are gonna set up a paper target. Let's see what kind of accuracy we get again. First in semi-auto 10 rounds, and then we'll just probably do some mag dumps or short bursts in full auto or something like that. And I might even swap out the mag, put a second mag in there. We have 40 rounds per mag, so it should be fun. I've got my paper target set up downrange, 30 feet. Let's get right to this. Got a few rounds to go through here. I got two mags. Should be about 35 rounds in here and 40 in there. I've already shot off 5 for the Chrony testing. So let's just put 10 rounds in semi-auto first. This guy's already cocked and locked, ready to go. Okay, so here we are. Okay, we're gonna split the sight up for when I do full auto because it's gonna be a little chaotic. I was just using the little peep, the smallest peep. All right, so we had a bunch come out here, but these looked really nice, and then we had like 2 or 3 come out there. I'm not sure how they kind of sorted out in the scheme of things, but this was a nice group actually right here. Not sure what happened there. I mean, I was looking through these, you know, these sights here, right? So the apertures are different. You have like the wide, the small, and the large. It's kind of hard to see. The small apertures maybe a little too small. The big ones maybe a little bit too big. It's a little bit tough. At least I found it a little bit tough to use. They're not my favorite sights, but you know, they're good for quick target acquisition, especially if you're using the larger one, which is what you're going to want to do with a gun like this. It's not so much always about accuracy. But this was a nice group, and then something weird happened over there. It's weird, like 2 separate groups. But let's mix this up a little bit here. We should have another 25 rounds left in the gun. I'm gonna do a mag dump with the 25 rounds, and then I'm gonna switch mags. So let's just do like a total mag dump the rest of these rounds. See what happens. That was flawless. That was totally flawless. Okay. We're gonna do some bursts. It's not that super warm in here. This gun performed beautifully, 40 rounds. I probably could have done another mag dump with those 40 rounds if I wanted to. We got Airsoft BBs everywhere. They're all over the place. And you know what? This gun shot it looks like the bulk of them, even though it was kicking like a mule, like it really kicked, you could see that. It shot them on target beautifully. A little bit high, but that's fine. I mean, we're 30 feet here. We're not that, we're not really that far out, right? So I'm sure if we were shooting further down range, they might arc down just a little bit. But really shot nicely. I haven't adjusted the sights at all. I haven't adjusted the hop up. Probably exactly where I'd want it to be on the target. And maybe could push it over a little to the right, but not much. It's pretty close. Even windage is not too bad. And that grouping there is like, you know, maybe 4 or 5 inches in full auto. Maybe 6 the most, I don't know. But still, if I was shooting a moving target or a stationary target at this range, they would have been pummeled with, you know, like I had basically 35 plus another 40 rounds, and this gun just no problem. I'm using propane gas. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Works just fine, but again, it's not super warm in here. This magazine's pretty cold now that it's exhausted, but the gun performs really well. It shoots really well. The full auto, if you could hear it, or you probably did hear it, isn't really quick. I'm thinking that an AR is typically maybe a little faster than that, but you know, it's not like the rate of fire isn't crazy, which is okay. I don't mind that at all. I mean, like if you just got a crazy amount of rounds flying out of there, you're gonna be out of ammo real quick. So this allows you to put a lot of rounds down range, but in a controlled manner and reserve some ammunition for other targets if you need it, right? So really like this gun. This, you know, I mentioned that we have this is the LM4 RIS. We have the KR7, which is the shorter, sort of more stocky version, but internally they're very similar, so they should perform very similarly. So if you're interested in that one too, I would expect it to perform just like the RIS, okay? Awesome guns. I can't recommend the KWA guns more than, I mean, these are just awesome. They look great, they feel great, they perform great. I mean, that's, what else can you ask for? All right, check out my full written review. I've got, I don't believe, I can't remember, yes, I do have a tabletop review, I already mentioned that. I have a tabletop review for both versions. So check that out if you want to see it up a little closer and, you know, personal. And also, you know, see some specs and things like that, pros and cons. And check that out over at replicairguns.com. Also check out our replicairguns.ca and .us stores where we sell air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, blank guns, and other accessories in Canada and the US. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter. Username is Replica Airguns. Until next time, take care.